Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rewind by Affinity Streaming. I am Control, joined as always by Charlie. How are you, Charlie?
Good. I forgot it was called Rewind.
It's called Rewind. Yeah. Uh, the show is called Rewind, and today we're rewinding back to 1997 for a movie called Face Off.
Yeah.
2 hours and 18 minutes, rated R. Do you want to guess what the Rotten Tomatoes critic score is on this movie?
37%.
It is a 93% critics score and a 82% audience score, a 6.1 on Film Affinity.
That's like a visionist.
Hey, you think so? You think at the time, or you think
Yeah, no, I doubt that was at the time. There's no way.
Never know. Maybe it was like
You can look it up because you can see when the reviews were made. But the ads are like post.
post,
Yeah.
like now.
I think it was like something found in 1997, right?
Yeah, in 1997, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Face Off. Before we get started, though, let's talk about our social accounts. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. We'd really appreciate it.
That sounded like a question.
I know. It was a statement. Okay. All right. So starring Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Yeah.
It was directed by John Woo, who was at the time was a legendary like Chinese film director.
Yeah.
And I think this was his first like
American
Hollywood film, where he action.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a John Woo movie. It's people like jumping with vector guns,
slow motion,
two guns, yeah, one guy does it, and then the next guy
doves in the air. That's funny. Released June 27th, 1997. In the United States. So this is our first watch or rewatch for you, Charlie?
This is like, I don't know. It's like one of those movies that was just kind of on TV randomly. You know, I never really like watched it. I was just kind of like flipping through the channels and just kind of like seeing stuff and like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then moving on. You know, when back in the day when there was TV channels and there was like commercials, you would just like go back and forth between them.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like this is my first time watching it all the way through uncut. Like, same, I've seen it like on TNT or whatever, TBS, a bunch of times, and now this was my first walkthrough.
Yeah.
Let me just say it was an insane plot. It has a strong cult following. Many think it's John Woo's greatest film, which is a little bit crazy to me.
Probably.
I mean, greatest American movie, maybe not greatest movie.
What's his greatest one?
In my opinion, The Killer. Have you seen The Killer?
No, I haven't.
John, check that out. Chow Yun Fat. Anyway, FBI Special Agent Sean Archer survives in the assassination attempt by Castor Troy, but the bullet kills his son Michael. So let me just add. So the Nicolas Cage character and his brother. Did you get like vibes from like from Dusk Till Dawn with them, like the two brothers? Yeah, I felt like that was like a complete like rip off of those two guys from Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, it's like I mean, I don't want to say I'll call it normal because it's not, but like it's like
two psycho brothers and one's in there.
Yeah, like a fairly common.
Is it? Yeah.
But the one's the one clearly in charge. The other one's like the subordinate who's like suck up kind of.
But he's the smart one.
Yeah, that's not that uncommon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does remind me of that how that you mentioned it.
Yeah, it did. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage is like so funny. It's like everything he does is so over the top.
It's very over the top.
Yeah. Like he accidentally shoots the kid. And he makes, I don't remember what face it was, but it's like he makes such a weird face. Like, what are you doing?
Somehow, so 6 years later, they're trying to catch Troy. And I guess
Archer is rightfully pissed off at him.
Archer is very mad and obsessed with him. And I guess everybody hates him because of it. Like, I don't know if his team at the FBI or whatever bureau he worked for was like hated him. I know his wife
hated him. His kid hated him. And his wife hates him. Well, doesn't hate him. She's just like, when will you come home?
He said you would be done.
So they catch him and he says, "Oh, there's a bomb in L.A." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or
there's some action. There's some action.
There's an action airport scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and the airplane, it crashes into the building. It's like, yay, exciting. But like the explosions that come with that are like, I don't know, close to the movie, the explosions they have are like little like sparklers. So like, I think they used all their explosion budget at the end.
Yeah. I feel like they may have had a big budget. I guess they had an $80 million budget, which is pretty
small.
Yeah.
Well, it's small for now. I don't know how big it was for them.
Yeah. So Nicolas Cage is accidentally knocked into a coma, so they can't find out where the bomb is.
Yeah, okay, but like he was supposed. It's implied that Archer thought he was dead just by getting like hit against the wall, right? Because
I thought it was
dead, but it's like, I didn't think he was dead, but it's supposed to.
I thought he was dead.
I thought he was just knocked out. He just hit the wall. I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's it. And then no one was like, thank God he's dead, nothing like that. It was just like, we got him, yeah.
100 agents just died, but we got him. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. But like, I thought he was alive. So when they said so when Archer was like, oh my God, he's still alive, I was like, oh, he's not supposed to be. But he was.
So he's in the coma, and that's when the real fun starts, man. So their only way to figure out where the bomb is to do a face transplant.
Yeah, it's the only way.
The only way to find out where the bomb is to do a face transplant. So John Travolta looks like Nicolas Cage, and then goes undercover in the jail to get the location from his brother.
Yeah. I like their little face switching machine. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's
like the way it works exactly as it like literally like peels the skin off.
And
it's like there's like a little suction thing that just whoop and just like sucks it off and puts it on the other.
Yeah, I guess, man. Sure.
It's pretty funny. I just like it how everyone's just talking about it like it's very like, oh yeah, this is like cutting edge technology. Like it's just normal. He's like, oh, you guys can do that? That's really cool.
Yeah. So the insane part to me is that they do the face transplant.
Yeah.
They only 3 people know about it. So the doctor and like 3 other people.
Yeah.
So the doctor didn't need any help, like any nurses or anesthesiologists or apparently none of that stuff to know what was happening.
I mean, the machine does it.
The machine does most of the work. Yeah.
It just sucks the face off.
You just need a doctor there to supervise, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a technician.
Okay.
I mean, even then they're worried about losing their job to AI, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So he goes into the prison and
but okay, so it's okay. Obviously, it's Nicolas Cage acting as John Travolta.
As John Travolta.
Cage. Yeah, like I think they do a decent job.
Yeah, they do a great job.
I mean, like I kind of was like, I was kind of like believing it with them. Like, oh wow, John Travolta's character is really going through a lot. But it's like, oh no, it's just Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
but like he does like a good job, like acting as if he's like, oh my God, what's going on? But I don't understand, like, why is he going insane? He's like losing his mind. Like, oh my God, how could you do this, Doc?
The shot. Which one, Nicolas Cage or Archer?
When he gets like the different face, he's like, he's like going crazy. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't understand why they would put the face on him though. Oh no, I guess he did that afterwards. They just left him faceless. Yeah, coma. Okay.
Yeah, they left Castor Troy, Nicolas Cage, faceless, just left his face off.
Okay. So they left
it once, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think they show it once because they bring
bring
the doctor in to like put
it back on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess he did need the doctor to supervise, but they didn't need any other
Yeah, because I just had
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I wanted to bring up the face switching thing again. Like, go back to that because like it's so silly because there's literally as part of that they like there's literally part of like the surgery is like giving him a haircut to make his hair match, and it's like there's literally like a computer graphic where it's like, oh, it's like 98% complete, like a 98% match, and it's like it's just like-
I thought that was a human cutting hair. That wasn't a human cutting hair.
I don't know whether it was the human or the robot, but it's definitely like matching to a computer, like
Yeah.
simulation of like, oh, we have to cut like right here to get, oh, there we go, 100%.
So where's the hairstylist? Anyway, so the thing is, so you got this wanted for however many years criminal,
Yeah.
and you just leave him in a facility with no security asleep? Like, you think he doesn't wake up?
Yeah. Like, oh, good thing they didn't like handcuff him with hair.
I know. So he like wakes up, makes phone calls, calls all his homies,
Yeah.
kidnaps the doctor. Like, I just like, where was the security at this place?
It's literally no security at all. Just nothing. They just left him there. He gets up and was like, what the hell?
Oh my god. So I don't understand why he would kill the doctor though if he eventually wanted his face back. But I guess just
I don't think he cared that much.
clear. Okay.
Well, I think his plan was just like screw everyone over kind of thing. Like the whole like take his life and ruin his. But yeah, that was all he was thinking of, and it wasn't until later like, I kind of want to.
Yeah. So once we got past that point, the like the craziness, the insane plot to put on the face, and him waking up in a no security facility, then I started to enjoy the movie. Like as like them switched, yeah, like as them in each other's body, I felt like it was
Yeah, it took a long time for that to happen.
Yeah.
What 35 or 40 minutes in, it's like a third of the movie.
It took a while to get there, but I like from that point on, man.
For the setup of like he kills the kid, they have to chase him down, they have to switch his faces. Oof, like 40 minutes, and then finally, like kind of the movie gets going.
And he killed all of the people that knew about it, and he like beat the guy up in jail. And I like how they switched lives, and like he was falling for his like sister or whatever it was with the kid, or he wanted to protect the kid and the sister. I don't know if she was his sister.
That's Archer, right? You're talking about.
Yeah.
So Archer isn't. So they switched places. Archer is like trapped in prison because Castor Troy takes his place.
Yeah.
He's like pretending to be him, and he's like, so he keeps him in prison. He kills like the people who knew about us, and nobody knows their faces are switched anymore.
So he has to break out of prison to prove that he's not the person.
Yes, and try and get his life back and his family back and whatnot.
And Castor is like at his house, like with a I don't know how to. The scene with his daughter was very like creepy and very like, oh, don't go there.
Is this
Thankfully they didn't.
funny? Like it's
Yeah, thankfully they didn't go there. But then he ended up like being nice to her, and she ended up respecting him more. And the wife was all happy.
The wife wasn't happy.
I mean, I feel like the wife was like,
what are you talking about?
I'm saying with Castor Troy, with the fake John.
No, she was like, you're going back to work again. You said,
yeah, but they were having sex and stuff, and
she was clearly not happy. What were you watching?
They had sex, and it means she was happy.
No, it means Castor Troy was happy.
I felt like Castor Troy would have been like, I felt like maybe I would have liked it a little bit more if he was like, you know what, I like this suburban lifestyle with this wife.
That's where it was going.
Yeah, so I thought
He's teaches like, so there's a scene where the daughter is like coming back with like her like boyfriend, and then like the guy tries to like, make a move on her, and she says no, and she's like fighting her to try and like her boyfriend's like trying to force her. And like Castor Troy as Archer comes out, and he like friends him and like throws him out. Yeah, and then it's the daughter like, oh yeah, next time like stab him in the leg. Yeah, I thought it was like, oh okay, so they're gonna do a thing where oh now he's like, oh I kind of like this family life, and he's gonna like make them like not necessarily bad, but like I don't know,
some sympathy for him. Like,
Yeah,
maybe we were going to his side.
character. Yeah.
And then John Travolta's character was like going down the evil side by like killing people and
them and saying like, oh, maybe they're not such bad guys. They're just trying to be good. They're just doing their best.
He just want money.
World or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those guys. So eventually, Castor Troy finds out that my Archer's with like my old gang, so he goes and like storms the place and tries to kill all of them.
Kills a lot of people. Kills
Everybody. I feel almost all of them. That's just kind of funny that like they barely had any scenes, but like Archer's like all sad that like one of the goons is dead.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know the name. Did you know his?
I didn't know his name. Yeah. He was just dead.
He has like a touching like death scene. It was like
Yeah, and the guy in the prison too that got killed. He was all like sad trying to save him when they were breaking out. That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy. I was like, who is that guy? Like, who is that guy? So yeah, but then in that when they're raiding like the hideout, like finally like Castor's brother dies. He has a nice death scene where he like it's like one of my favorite types of deaths where they like just like they drop through like glass ceilings. It's just really fun when they do that.
Did Gina Gershon, did she die in the movie? I don't remember. She must have. Gina Gershon, did she die in the movie?
Yeah,
girl with
the mother of that.
The mother of the child, yeah.
Yeah. It's a child that I think they just took the same child actor as who played Archer's son because it looked the same.
They looked the same.
I didn't check, but like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's funny. And they like, it's funny they like just bring him home at the end, like, oh, here's your new brother. Like,
yeah, that was Chris. Just like they just bring him home where everyone's like, he's just like, oh hey, like I found this kid.
Yeah,
we can use that. He's basically the same as what we had, so we can just slot him right in.
And he was like, stand off to the side until I surprise him. Like, all right, come on in. That cracks me up, man, every time. When he was fighting, you brought up him fighting the boyfriend. He just like kicked his glass in, and I'm like, was that necessary? Like, can you just open the door and drag him out? Did you really have to like break the kid's glass on his car?
Yeah,
that was unnecessary.
But I mean, he was a rapist. So
yeah, that's true.
Kind of got what he deserved.
Were you getting some like Jim Carrey vibes from Nicolas Cage's performance though? I feel like he was,
like all wacky, like
maybe doing like a Jim Carrey impersonation. I don't know.
Like Jim Carrey in The Mask or something.
Yeah. He was just out of control.
I guess it's kind of like that where he's like, he has like a different face on, quote unquote.
So what was the little boy's name?
I don't know. Are you trying to figure out if it's the same?
Yeah, I don't know if he's the same kid or not. Michael Archer.
On IMDb, it's just like adult pictures, so you can't really.
His name was Michael, but it wasn't the same kid. No. Anyway,
there's like a final confrontation scene in like a church.
Yeah, of course, with the church with doves and
there's a church with doves, and like everyone's still alive shows up there. You have like Castor Troy and Archer's wife and Castor Troy's wife and the child and Archer's daughter is also there, and like everyone's there.
And so he has convinced his wife. So, okay, so just to put this out there, Charlie.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we have certain things we say that if I was ever kidnapped or replaced by aliens, we have a way to tell if I'm the real me or not. Obviously, I can't tell you because then you could impersonate me.
But so you would just who would have you do a face off?
Hey, you never know.
I mean, if I do, I'll make sure not to just leave you unattended while I hit your.
Yeah, lock me up somewhere. So I'm just as a suggestion to our listeners, you with your significant others or family members, you should have code so they know. Yeah. So Charlie, we'll talk about our code later. We'll discuss what we should have in case you were ever kidnapped. Yeah. No. So in case you ever kidnapped, I would know that you're you. Like he had to explain to his wife, like how would they know?
The only way you would know is by showing the blood type, which is what they end up doing.
Blood type.
They have different blood types. But there's another thing he keeps doing. I don't know if you noticed. He does this weird thing where he like touches their face, but it's like the only way it'll make sense to people listening is if you see what he does, because it's really weird.
It's very weird.
Like,
Why are you putting your face? Yeah, don't put your hand on my face, bro.
And the funniest hand, he's just like his fingers.
Just like it's just like oh,
That's really weird.
that's gross. Yeah, no.
And it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know how to describe it in a way that doesn't.
It was gross. Hey, it was weird. Yeah, you don't do that to anybody. You can't like what if
I think a cat or something, but even that you don't do that to a cat.
I don't even remember what the like key was that she finally believed him.
It was the blood. The blood.
Oh, it was the blood type. That's right. It wasn't like the thing like, oh, remember our vacation and
He said that. I think that's what made her like actually consider it.
oh,
Although the blood type, or no, that came after she that she proved the blood.
she had to check the blood first.
Yeah, no, he was just saying stuff before like, "I love you. It's really me. Check the blood type," and then he just leaves. And she does. I mean, she does because
Yeah,
her husband was acting insane.
yeah. So what was the? Oh, they were at somebody's funeral, right? Was it a funeral that they went to?
Yeah, it was a funeral for shit. Who? Like one of the agents or something? Oh, it was a funeral for Archer's boss.
Oh, that's right. Who had a heart attack or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh, but he was killed in his office in broad sight of everyone. And
yeah. I mean, they had the curtains closed.
yeah, do you think you could kill someone in your office and no one would notice? And they say it's a heart attack. I'm saying it. There were people standing around. You think you could just chop somebody in the neck and they would? I'll be like, oh look, he had a heart attack. Would the autopsy confirm that he
Yeah, they're like out and like
bruised on his neck?
I think the guy was already like getting pretty close to a heart attack, and all he did was like,
Oh,
so he didn't do like a very. It's not like he broke his neck. He just like triggered it.
triggered the more of the heart attack. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, the guy was already getting like really worked up and upset, and he was like, oh, you better stop acting like that. Oh, my heart, you know.
Yeah.
So
So they're at the church. Everybody's shooting. Everybody had the endless supply of bullets.
yeah,
guns.
and Archer's Castor Troy's wife dies. The bad lady.
Oh, Gina Gershon.
Yeah, who's like,
Yeah.
who has the kid, and she's like,
Yeah.
don't
Oh, that's
help
your
him
father.
out to be like us. And then
Yeah.
Archer responds, and he's just like, yeah. Like, just like that. It's like, what is that? They don't care. He doesn't care at all. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I thought at this point, like once he took the girl hostage, I thought he would have like second thoughts and like give himself up and like
Yeah, I thought,
I don't know.
like if he had some kind of connection with the family.
Yeah, I guess he had no connection. He was just
Yeah, I guess it would be a different movie where there's like a different movie there where he's like, at first they're like, Dad's acting really crazy, but then like they're coming go like, oh, but I like this new like tough version. It's better than like the asshole version we had,
yeah.
the cold like asshole. This is like, he's still an asshole, but like he's more like attentive. He cares about us. And then at the end you have the scene where it's like, which one's like he's loves me and he'd been distant for so long and now he's connecting with me,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But
The one thing I did like is at the end when he knew he was trapped, he started cutting his face. Did they ever address that part? Like, I guess
no, he just decided to do it because it looks cool, I guess.
okay, but he didn't have scars when he got his face back, right?
No one has scars.
Okay, so his face was fixed from the scars of the cut. The technology fixed the scars too, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it did remove his bullet scar, so I guess they put
Pretty funny.
yeah, and he wanted him to put it back. Make sure you put my scar back on my.
Yeah. But at the end, he learns he doesn't need the scar because he's moved on.
It's moved on. Yeah.
The doctor, like, done with the surgery, the re-face off was like, yeah, okay. It's like supposed to be like this touching moment. It's like, it's just insane. But yeah, like the final, there's like a final chase scene, and there's finally some great big explosions, which are fun, like all over the place. There's like speedboats. I actually like that quite a
Yeah, great stunts. Lots of great great.
A lot of great stunts. They're chasing each other on like speedboats and like jumping from one to the other and punching each other. And
Yeah, it was great. I mean, action all around was great.
yeah,
It was just batshit crazy. That's all. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It was just insane. And shout out to Glenn Rawl, who recommended we do Face Off. One of his favorite movies.
recommendation.
Good recommendation. We wow. It was a ride, man. I tell you, it really. I wasn't expecting what we watched, but I enjoyed it. I feel like maybe I'd never seen the end, but it worked out. It worked out.
It is kind of funny because like we said, he just brings the kid back, but also like why wasn't his wife waiting at the hospital for him? Like why did she just like she was just like waiting at home? She was like, oh well, he's having a surgery. That
Yeah, I guess because she still hated him. She was like, I hope they botch this.
I guess, but also they have this like effect when he's like opening the door. It's supposed to be like I don't know, like the lights shining in, but it's like there's a big like fire outside. It's like really smoky. Oh no, the neighborhood's going. Hurry.
So they Paramount announced plans to remake it with a new cast, but instead they would try and make it a sequel to the first film.
That makes even less sense.
I'm just reading Wikipedia, man. I don't know. But anyway, it's a cultural phenomenon, man. Face Off.
Yeah.
Great movie. I suggest you check out some other John Woo stuff. If you like this for more less nonsense. My only real problem was them leaving the dude alone in the like medical center. Like that's my only problem with the movie.
It's like handcuff him.
Just handcuff him. Have one security guard that he kills. But no, he just wakes up and starts making phone calls and going through all the doctor's files. Oh, so he did a face surgery change on me. Interesting.
I mean, it's not like he had to figure that out. His whole face was missing.
Well, I'm sure he read the notes on the medical.
Yeah, he's like reading the doctor's notes. Hey, I'll do this is plan so he can go sneak in and try and find out what the ball is.
Nice. All right. Anything else you want to bring up with this movie? I recommend it. I'd say go watch it. It's worth good. It's a good action movie. Yeah,
silly action movie.
Yeah,
doesn't take itself too seriously. The actors are having a good time.
They are having a good time, especially Nick Cage. Nick Cage is having a great time.
To be a different person. Yeah.
Yes. So go watch it. Yeah. And also watch it and then join us again for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. You didn't know that was coming, did you? It was a surprise. We're going to do Bill and Ted's next time on Rewind. Remember the name, Charlie. Rewind. Now Affinity streaming. All right. For Charlie, I'm Contrell. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us, guys. Take care. All right. See you.